Hello everyone, Zelrint here, and today I thought I'd talk about another game that I plan to play on their global release, and that is going to be Lost Sword, the game that you can see here on screen. Now, this one is actually available on the Korean side currently, and I know a lot of people that are English speakers are playing it currently on global, primarily because they actually have the English translations in the game. Like a majority of them are translated, so you can actively play it on the Korean side. You don't have all the issues that you do playing on like a CN version of the game. You can easily get the game, download it, make your account, and play and actually understand everything that's going on. But they did just recently announce that there's going to be a global release coming here in July. Now, I don't think they've set an official date yet, but they do have pre registration, which is available just as of May 20th through July 9th. And then when you actually go to the Apple Play Store, you can see they have a date of July 10th being the expected release. So that's kind of been the release date that I'm seeing other people mention for global is it's going to be July 10th. So I'm kind of anticipating that, and it actually works out really well for my schedule. And so I thought it'd be a great game for me to play because it fits right into my niche. It is another waifu game coming out, so it would pair extremely well with Girls Frontline 2 and Nikkei. And then it also works out with the Theoria Restart, since Theoria Restart releases early June. I should have that one kind of at the end game and maintenance mode by the time this game's releases in July 10th, because that's a little bit over a month there. And so I'll be through that point where that one will be slowing down a little bit as I make a ton of content on the first month. And then I'll be able to fit this one in as I do a live stream like I like to do on a game release and all that. And so that'll be perfect. It also works really well with my vacation, since I will be visiting family over the July 4th weekend / the following week. And so this game will probably like release right as I get back. So it'll actually be perfect because I'll actually already have vacation scheduled because I get home and I like to always have a couple days to recuperate from vacation. So I'll actually have the days off once I get back to cover it as well. So it'll be a great game to cover. Now what this is it's an idolish, like an idol waifu type game where you kind of build your characters that you pull like any other gacha game. Now it looks to be, it's like a side scroller where you kind of set them up, which I think it does show in an image here. Let's see. That one's not showing it. Where's the one that shows the... Oh, here, right here. Game features. You can kind of see it in the game feature one here. So build your own party, customized to your style, and grow strong with adorable companions. So you kind of have you have different lines here. So you have like a front line, middle line, back line. Just like a lot of other games, they're going to be your tanks in the front, DPS like in the middle / back, as well as healers. And they're going to have like preferred positions. You're going to have pets that you can assign to them that kind of give them power-ups, and then like a card system that also powers them up. And it's all going to be part of like the grinding and gacha system in it. And one of them I've read, because people, like I said, the Korean system's been out for a while, so if you wanted to try out and kind of get a feel for the systems, as that when it comes to the gacha, even for free-to-plays, you should on average be able to get every other character in this game. So it's pretty good on the amount of currency they give. It's above average from a lot of your main big ones, like the Hoyoverse ones, and more in line with a game like Girls Frontline 2 / Nikkei have felt, for me at least. Now, I haven't tried it out yet. I do plan to, at some point, stream playing on the Korean side, because I do want to play the Korean side kind of casually just to kind of get a feel for all the systems for covering it on global. But I will be making my main account on global. And the Korean version is literally just learn the systems, get an understanding for the characters and all that. But I think it'd be fun to stream that and kind of try it out. Now, one thing with the pre-registration, which I didn't mention here yet, though, is it does have like your typical rewards you get for hitting a certain milestone, which includes giving a 5-star healer if they get to the 500k. So if you haven't already, go ahead and pre-register for it so you can hit that mark. You can see this is the character we get here. I believe she's a healer in the game. So that will be really good to start right off the bat. I always like when they give you like that support healer for free right off the bat. It makes the game a lot easier. You can kind of see some of the cast here on the characters. Now you can't actually look at all of them, but some of them you kind of look at their models here. And so I think this is like one of the starting ones that you get. But then you have a bunch of these others, and they all look pretty good. Now I don't think you can click on all of these. Some of these are like the later ones. These are like the introductory ones it shows you. But the models all look pretty good. Now it is a side-scrolling game, so you're not going to be seeing the up-close graphics like this. They're more I think a good way to kind of see it is you can see in the pre-registration advertisement they have here on Reddit. Let's see, kind of what they look like in the game. I think it's a little bit better than this one. This one's a little bit blurry for some reason here. But you can see that's what their models are in game. And one of the big things that they show a lot of fan service on, I think a lot of people showcase, is their defeat pose, which is this. Like their clothes get ripped off as they take damage, and then they get in the defeat pose, which is the biggest fan service of the game. As you can kind of see there, they all have some variation of that. But then they also have, when they do their attacks, some form of fan service with those as well. I don't know if they'll show any of them here. But yeah, they got plenty of fan service for a waifu game in here for those that enjoy that. And I think that's most of it here. Like the card system, there's all kinds of guides. This is a nice thing of it coming out a little bit after Korean, is there are guides on here on kind of like global. This is like a big guide for global start for many people, to kind of go over how you should handle it in global. So like re-rolling system here, and they have a guide. Here's your tier list of the characters who you want to try and get, why they're good, different variations like cards and team building. The nice thing about re-rolling, that I've watched some videos for those that re-rolled on the Korean server side. Hopefully it's the same in global, but it actually is very, very easy to re-roll. And so I would actually advise everybody re-roll in this game, because all you have to do to re-roll is you play the game, you sign up with your main account, like your main email, you play it to the re-roll point, which is like 15 minutes, like your typical gacha. If you don't like what you get, you can actually delete the count. So you just delete it, and you don't have like a 30-day wait or anything like a lot of these other ones have. It just immediately deletes it, and you can just start from scratch on your main email. No need of creating a new account, insulting emails or any of that. You just keep deleting your account until you're happy. There's the one negative with this versus I don't know if there is a guest account system, but the negative with this deletion process is there is no, hey, I like what I got here, but I want to try and get something better. Once you delete it, it's gone. So there is, once you're happy, you go. There is no, unless you have like two emails that you're bouncing back and forth between. Like you like one a little bit, but maybe you want to try and get something better with another email. I guess you could do it that way. But if you're doing the delete email process, then you pretty much have to be, you go once you're happy with what you got. They have the characters here. And so just kind of want to target the most important ones there. And then they have tons of other guides on here on like team building, the most used things, how to use your in-game currencies and all that. Different equipment, PvP. Now, from what I understand, PvP is fairly simple in this. It's like that there's not, I don't think there's real-time PvP in it yet. So it's just you fight and you fight random one that you pick, like we have like in Girls Frontline 2 and others. And there's like I think there's a practice of just having one character out on defense because you don't lose points, just like a lot of the other games. And so you just go in there and do your daily PvPs and rise in the ranks to get currency that way. So it's fairly simplistic right now, nothing too crazy there. They do have a guild system in there. You can get a lot of stuff in the guild as well, and there are leaderboards for that if you're into it. There is an affinity system, and yeah, I mean, a lot of other stuff. I'll start covering all this stuff as we get close to the global release, but I will probably just mix in playing it on live stream a little bit to, like I said, get into the habit of playing the game. And I did see that they're kind of going the Nikkei route, and I like this. Some people don't like this, some do, or some don't like this, and some do. But from my understanding, they're kind of going the Nikkei route, where it seems like you're going to have like infinite leveling per se. So you're going to be constantly leveling up. There is no, I reached level 60, I'm at top level. Sounds like it's just going to be an infinite grind for levels, which I personally like that about Nikkei. It just feels like you're always making progress in the game. And now, I mean, you have it in the others where you're always trying to get a slightly better relic per se. And you have that in Nikkei as well with their equipment. But I just like that process. Even if some people don't like it, I just like the idea that I'm always getting a little bit stronger. And like in the Nikkei side, and the story's always getting harder and harder to an extent that, especially like the hard mode, you're never maxed, and you always have some challenge. It's not like some things like people have complained about in Girls Frontline 2, where a new event comes out and you're just going to wreck it. with your main team. The only real difficult stuff are the end game modes like Gunsmoke Frontline. So it depends on how you think of that. But overall, game looks really good. Very easy to maintain is also, from what I understand. The dailies are very quick. I haven't tried it yet. We'll kind of have to see and test it myself. But from what I understand, it's very, very quick. So this is a very easy one to have as a side game that you literally log in not long at all daily. If you need to just if you don't have time to like invest heavily into it, you just get in, do your daily stuff real quick, and be done with it. So I really do like that with it. But I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover here. I thought I'd just make a quick video letting people know I have this one on my radar here. But you can kind of see a little bit of the graphics here. It does have a lot of, I did see a lot of anime type animations in here. And they have some videos. Like we can kind of look here. I did see, I'll turn the volume down. They do have a lot of anime cutscenes that I've seen in it. I don't know how many. I mean, it may just be more trailers than anything, but I did see a little bit of them in game when kind of looking at other people covering it. There isn't actually that many covering it right now. I know Sephi at Loot and Waifus plays it. But overall, looks pretty good. I don't know if this is going to showcase any gameplay on this one. This one's just like an anime trailer for it. Yeah, that's all this one is. Yep, I mean, it's one of those typical ones. You got the male MC and his harem of girls. Doubt you're going to be using him for a while. And then you got a lore video and all that, so nothing crazy there. But, I mean, you can kind of get the point there. But yeah, just kind of at the end here, make sure to pre-register if you're interested in the game so we can hit the goal here. The diamonds, I believe, are the currency for polls. I believe this is a 10 poll at 1,500. So you definitely want to hit the milestone here to get all the pre-registration rewards. They'll make rerolling easier as well. But I can go ahead and call it for now. That's pretty much it. Oh, I don't even, what the heck is this? Oh, I think this is showcasing, this is the polling, if I'm not mistaken, what polling like. And then, okay, when you close that, it shows it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now. If you like my content, if you can like, comment, and subscribe, it really helps. And thanks for watching.